Good evening. The First Church of Christ Scientist in Boston, Massachusetts was founded by Mary Baker Eddy in 1879 with this mission, quote, to organize a church designed to commemorate the word and works of our Master, Christ Jesus, which should reinstate primitive Christianity and its lost element of healing, unquote. This grew out of her Bible scholarship, but also her search for sound health. She had been quite ill most of her life. The revelation of Christian healing came to her while praying with the Bible when life-threatening injuries she sustained were overcome. This occurred in February of 1866 when she was 45 years old, and she lived another 44 years. Based on the teachings of Jesus, the church's message is that healing is actually the revealing of perfect order, both in the body and in the world, even though that often is not the evidence. But through prayer, a devoted, focused communion with God, Spirit, spiritual reality is apprehended and experienced here and now. There is no church teaching of an end-time event, but rather the ongoing individual experience with God, ongoing meaning here and hereafter. Christian Science is not an alternative healthcare system, however. First and foremost, it is the desire and effort to reform one's character. And when that takes place, healing takes place. A member of the Christian Science Church has the freedom to work out his or her own salvation. But we do hold dear the law of the Ten Commandments from the Hebrew Bible and from the New Testament, Jesus' Sermon on the Mount. We see these as practical guides to living. There is no church doctrine regarding pressing social issues, whether it was in the 19th century or the 21st century. There is no official church position on the current polarizing debates on gay marriage or abortion, and there certainly is no official political affiliation. The church operates without ordained clergy and is designed to deliver a universal healing message throughout the world, utilizing a weekly Bible lesson which develops topics that were outlined by Mrs. Eddy. This lesson sermon, compiled from the Bible and the textbook of Christian Science, written by Mrs. Eddy, which is called Science and Health with Key to the Scriptures, is the basis of the Sunday service, which two persons read to the congregation. Another meeting is held on Wednesdays for the purpose of the congregation to share testimonies of healing. The church in Boston, also known as the Mother Church, is governed by a church manual that was written by Mrs. Eddy, which provides bylaws of organization and discipline for its members. At the time that Eddy organized the church, she instituted a board of directors, which is governed by the church manual, and it continues to this day as a self-perpetuating body. Rather than responding to societal change, Mary Baker Eddy was the moving force of change. Not only did she respond to the need of her day for safe and enduring health, She brought women out of the shadows of society. In a time when women could not own real estate or other financial assets, were not encouraged to obtain higher education, seldom held professional positions, and were not even given custody of their children in cases of hardship or divorce. Her church embraced women in roles of leadership, and the majority of Christian Science healers in her day were women. The most profound change affected by Eddie was a higher standard of journalism. In a time of heightened yellow journalism, the use of sensational or unscrupulous methods to attract or influence readers. Aren't you glad we don't have any of that these days? And after winning a grueling lawsuit, actually instigated by Joseph Pulitzer, Eddie founded the Christian Science Monitor, which is now in its 103rd year of uninterrupted publication. The lawsuit instigated by Pulitzer was quite mysterious in a way, and he was somewhat of a rabble-rouser. He incited members of her own family to attempt to wrest the leadership and the church assets away from Eddie. She went through almost 2 years of lawsuit to protect what she had worked for half of her life to establish the healing presence of Christian Science. She often led the defense in that lawsuit, and she was resoundingly victorious. At the time of establishing the Monitor, Eddie sent this statement to her church: "The object of the Monitor is to injure no man, but to bless all mankind." And there are available for you to take with you several copies of the Monitor from this past year. The Christian Science Monitor was the first of daily newspapers to go to an online format, available daily and at no charge. And I will tell you, the industry was watching to see where they were going to go with this. Well, it has been hugely successful. The print edition was changed to a weekly news magazine and is available by subscription or through Christian Science reading rooms. In recent years, the church in Boston has been most effective in responding to what society seems to be asking for church to be. They provide all that it has to offer on the internet, including live audio streaming of its Sunday church services and Wednesday meetings. They have an annual meeting in June. They provide lectures online, and they provide science and health in digital format for electronic readers. The church's website is christianscience.com. Thank you.